Good morning, everyone. How are you? How have you been? It's not morning, it's like noon. I found my old mic that I was using when I was making TikToks. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea to use it for this. I just had so much fun creating that last vlog that I thought I'd just continue doing it. A little bit of a check-in, what we're doing, what I've been up to, what this vlog is kind of, I guess, going to be centered around. First and foremost, today is my birthday. I'm turning 25, the age in which your brain typically fully develops. And I can feel it. I can feel it developing. It's clicking, it's growing. It's it's so silly. For the last couple months, I think since May. Yeah. Yeah, definitely since May. I've been in a play called Harvey. I am playing Myrtle May, who is a principal character. She's the daughter of Vita and the niece of Elwood. The premise of the show is that Elwood is a very special and peculiar man who has a best friend, and that best friend is an invisible 6 foot tall rabbit. I've been having so much fun. This is the first time I've done a play with this particular theater company. I would love to work with this theater company again, and I definitely think I'm going to be volunteering with like the set builds and stuff even after this show is done, or even if I'm not in another show with them. Just the vibes have been immaculate. The people have been very fun and very lovely to talk to, very welcoming. Today, I do have plans to have a late lunch, early dinner with my fiance and my aunt right before we do the soft opening of the play. So I'll try to get some footage of that. I do want to be very mindful of the people around me. They probably don't want to be filmed. We've been in Tech Week, which is often referred to as Hell Week, and that's pretty much all I've been focused on. It is very embarrassing to be filming around other people, but maybe I'll just do it. Maybe I'll just be like, hey guys, I'm vlogging. If you're okay with being in the background, be in the background. I don't have a sign off. I'll check in with you later. Hello. This might be easier if I have my mic. I'm going to do a little bit of a book haul. I try not to do these very often. I try not to buy a lot of physical copies, especially of things that I haven't read or by authors I don't know of, just because I I get very uncomfortable when I have too many books. I know as a book content creator that seems counterintuitive, but I really don't like having a bunch of books, especially ones that I haven't read or have no interest in reading or didn't like. I don't like keeping them around. Here in Knoxville, we have a very big, very well-known used bookstore called McKay's or McKay. I don't know if there's an S or not. Everyone says McKay's. It's huge. It's got like 2 levels and it is kind of dangerous to go into because the books are very reasonably priced. You know, special edition books are like under $20 sometimes, which is amazing. And then also they have bargain books that are like $1 each, which is amazing as well. I love used and secondhand bookstores, and I try to get most of my books from them. It was my birthday recently, and my mother-in-law decided to give me, she wanted to give me a gift card to McKay's, but they didn't have time, so she just gave me cash to go spend at McKay's. So we all went together. I didn't get any footage of it because I was so overwhelmed with trying to find books. So I couldn't actually film anything, but here is my book haul. Normally when I go to McKay's, the first thing I look for are Animorphs. The first time I went, I found like a bunch that I didn't have, but now I have most of the earlier ones. As you can see in the background, that is my Animorphs collection. I do have most of the earlier ones. I am now looking for the 40s and 50s and the special editions, not special editions, special Megamorphs and whatnot, which are a bit harder to find. So it's kind of rare for me to find one I don't have. They had a lot of the earlier ones. They had like 4 or 5 copies of the Alien, which is number 8. I don't know why they had that many copies. Hi, Tito. Hi, Tito. How are you? But I did find The Sickness, which almost completes the 30s for me. So let me actually go check. Oh, no, this is 29. Never mind. Uh-oh. 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 So I have a list of all of the Animorphs books that I own. No, all of the ones I need, and I usually take them off when I've received them or when I found them. I guess I didn't take this one off. So, oh no, I spent $1 buying a second copy. I hate having 2 copies of the same book. I hate it so much. I think I have the receipt still. I might have to take that back. Tito, we did an oopsie. Here, listen to Emperor. Don't eat it. That's my bad. Sorry, guys. Here's one I know I don't have. It's Full Metal Alchemist. I am collecting the omnibuses, and I'm pretty sure this is actually the last one. When it comes to these, I don't mind buying them out of order because, like, I know the story. I've watched the anime a million times. Like, I don't need to read these in order. And also, like, I'm just collecting them so I can have them. We'll start with this. I always try to find a play at McKay's. This is Disgraced, and it doesn't have really an explanation of what the play is about, just a bunch of reviews. When it comes to secondhand stores, a lot of the plays are just Shakespeare, and I love Shakespeare, don't get me wrong, but listen, I'm always looking for something contemporary just to broaden my horizons. Do you like my slurping ASMR? Next, we have this huge book by E.M. Forster. These are 3 different novels. Oh my god, I can't see it. A Room with a View, Howard's End, and Maurice. The reason I bought this is because Maurice has been on my TBR for a very long time. My library doesn't have it, and again, I've been trying not to buy things from Amazon, and I haven't really found it at like an antique store or a thrift store. Maurice is supposed to be a historical queer book. The reason I put it on my TBR is I saw a video about how E.M. Forster was not allowed to publish Maurice when he wrote it because of its queer content. I will read Maurice, and if I like the writing, I'll read the other 2. I feel like every time I go to McKay's when I don't have money to spend, I find everything I've ever wanted. But when I go with like $40 to spend specifically on books, there was nothing that I was looking for. So I had to branch out and look for things that just looked interesting. Lives of the Monster Dogs. So this actually also does not have a summary on the back. And what I found was the preface. And the preface, I was like, oh, maybe this is the summary, or this is going to show me something about the book. And it kind of does, but I believe if I'm reading this correctly, I was just kind of skimming it. It looks like it's one of those in-universe, like, epistolary novels where it's like a diary entry about things, or it's one of those, the writer is pretending to be in-universe researching these things, which are the monster dogs. And they talk about like in the years since the monster dogs were here with us in New York. That's the first line. Their time spent with them, and then we have like from the diary of the doctor. So I love books like that where they're super meta, where they are like in universe. I love epistolary novels. I love things like what's a good one? Wisdom's Kiss is a really good one if I remember correctly. Then Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I love those. I love when they're in universe. I love diary entries. I love research papers. I love them. I love them so much. It seems like it's going to be one of those. Let's keep our fingers crossed because I didn't have a summary. I was just going in blind. Next we have Beartown. So originally I had picked up a Irish folklore book for $8 and I had kind of hit my cap and I was about to check out and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to read a book about Irish folklore. I'm going to read novels with Irish folklore in them, but I'm not going to sit here and read a book about Irish fairy tales. I was like, maybe this will be research for books later on. I can do research like that online. And it wasn't a pretty book. If it was the pretty special edition one, I would have gotten it, but that was $20 and I only had $40 to spend. So I was like, you know what? I'll put this one up and I will go find something else. And then I could not find anything else. I couldn't find anything I was interested in, anything I could commit to, anything I had ever heard of before. Going down the aisles, and I happened to pass like Contemporary Lit, and I see Beartown, and I go, you know what? One of the booktubers I really, really love says Beartown absolutely destroyed her. And I love books that make me cry. And this is about like a town in Iceland, Stockholm, Sweden. Listen, it's international. There we go. That's all I have to say. I guess it's not. I don't really know. But anyway, Beartown is about a small town where like their hockey team is like the only thing they got going for them. I really didn't read the summary before I committed. I just saw Beartown and picked it up. I was freaking out. It's supposed to be really sad and very well written. So we'll see. Last but not least, I think this was actually the first one I picked up. A History of Wild Places. This is actually a book of the month pick. Oh, you can see it right there. This was also $1.50. This was in the bargain section. I don't know why. And I don't even remember why I picked it up. I believe it was fantasy. He can find people who are missing. And so he's been hired to find an author of dark children's books. Stuff, secrets, hauntingly beautiful, hypnotic, and bewitching. And those were the words that got me. So History of Wild Places. It's got mystery. It's got magic, I think. I actually don't remember anymore. There may be cults in this. I don't know, but I'm interested. And it's pretty. And it's Book of the Month. Although I haven't had a lot of luck with Book of the Month books that I've read before. Woman of Light is not a good book. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching my book haul. And I'll check in with you later, another time.